is now a tradition here on this channel where today we're going to be voting for the Game Awards 2025. I've done this now for the last 2 years, so let's just jump right into it. And we are not going to do Game of the Year right off rip. We're actually going to go through these other categories first. So, Best Game Direction. Now, I will say right off the bat, I have not played Split Fiction, and I have not played Ghost of Yotei. So, those are just automatically out for me, and I apologize if you're a fan of the games, but for me, I think Best Game Direction has to go to Death Stranding 2. I think the Death Stranding series is honestly pretty underrated, and I think it deserves more recognition. So, Best Game Direction for me this year, Death Stranding 2. Next category, Best Narrative. This one I really want to give it to Death Stranding 2, but also Clair Obscura is really good. And you know what? I am actually gonna give it to Death Stranding 2. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's just I know it's a repeat, but Death Stranding 2 is honestly such a good game, and it came out so early, right? It came out, if I remember correctly, it came out in like February or something. It came out really, really, really early this year, so I feel like a lot of people have kind of forgotten about this game, and I think it just deserves more love. So, Best Narrative, Death Stranding 2. Best Art Direction. This one I will actually change it up, and this one I will go for Hollow Knight Silksong. I think this game is absolutely beautiful, and I'm kind of sick of this trend in the gaming world where everything needs to become more realistic, right? We're sacrificing actual artistry for just making things as realistic as possible, and I don't really like that trend, so I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going to go with something that has clearly had a lot of care and time put into it, and that is Silksong. So that is my vote for Best Art Direction. Best Score and Music. This one's actually really hard. Again, I have not played Ghost of Yotei. I haven't watched anyone play it. But these other four, this is actually a very, very difficult choice for me. Clair Obscura, I think. Oh, like, these are all phenomenal choices. And, you want to give shoutouts to all of them. But because I can only pick one, I think I'm going to pick Clair Obscura for Best Score and Music. Phenomenal scores across the board for all of these games. Beautifully done, but can only pick one winner, so that is my selection there. Best Audio Design. This one I will give to Death Stranding 2. I mean, there's not really a lot that you can say about Best Audio Design, because, like, I think this one, more than anything, is subjective, right? Like, it's just sound effects, right? And a lot of people just do really well for sound effects these days, so it's not like a huge category, I think. So, Best Audio Design, Death Stranding 2. Best Performance. This one, I already know, like, easily. I already know. For me, it's Charlie Cox in Clair Obscura. A lot of great performers in that game, and I mean, you could tell because there's 3 of them on here, but for me it's Charlie Cox. Troy Baker is also really good in the Indiana Jones game, but Troy Baker's good in everything, so I am giving it to Charlie Cox. Because I think Charlie Cox is going to win this award, like, easily. I think Charlie Cox is going to win. But that is my vote. I'm a big, big fan of Charlie's work. Huge fan, in fact. I really like a lot of the stuff that he does. So, that is my innovation in accessibility. Again, kind of like last year, I just don't really have the ability to talk about this kind of stuff because I don't need, accessibility features. Even with my left hand being as functionally awful as it is, right? Like, I can still do the majority of things that other people can do. So, I think for this one, I'm just going to vote for the game that I like the most out of these 5, and that is South of Midnight. I think this is another game that came out this year that's honestly severely underrated. This is a really good game, so I will give it to South of Midnight. Games for Impact. Again, this is a category that I am not very versed in. I've only played one of these games. I've only seen one of these games, and that it will be the one I vote for again. South of Midnight. Very good game. Really like the game. So, that will be my pick. Best ongoing. This one for me is really easy as well. No Man's Sky. If you've been watching me for a long time, you know that I love No Man's Sky. I think No Man's Sky is one of the best games out there. The way that Hello Games has, revitalized everything about the game since its release in 2016. It is truly an accomplishment, and any time that they're giving me a chance to vote for No Man's Sky, it's gonna be No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is an incredible, incredible, incredible game. I love it very much, even if I can't run it as well as I used to, because my PC is kind of getting up there in age, as they say. But, yeah, No Man's Sky is my pick. Up next, Best Community Support again. This is No Man's Sky without question for me. Like, there's just no way that it's not. So, not much more I can say that I didn't already say in the last one, but No Man's Sky, easily. Best Independent Game. Honestly, I think I'm going to give this to Hollow Knight Silksong. Like, I want to give it to Hades 2 as well. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it just feels better in my head to give it to Silksong. So I'm gonna give it to Silksong. And that is my vote. Of course, I can change it whenever I want to, but, I'm not going to. Best Independent Game, Silksong. Best Debut Indie. This one's really easy as well for me. I know a lot of people like Clair Obscur. And it's a great game and everything. But also, it's gonna win Game of the Year. Like, I'm fairly positive it's gonna win Game of the Year, and we'll talk about that more when we get back to that. But in this instance, Dispatch. My God, Dispatch is one of the first games in a long time that I've bought at full price. Right? Like, I didn't wait for a sale. I didn't, go to any of the G2A websites to find it for cheaper. I bought the game at MSRP, just flat out. And I did not regret a single second of it. This game is incredible, and I wish it was up for more awards at the show. But I understand it came out pretty late in the cycle, so I want to see Dispatch get some recognition at the event. It is truly an incredible, incredible, incredible game. Aaron Paul does an amazing job. Laura Bailey, Aaron Yvette, even the YouTubers and the streamers that they brought in for the cast did such great work in their characters, and I loved being in that world. I wish I had more time in it, and I didn't realize how much I missed the sort of telltale kind of games that this is, and my god, just absolutely knocked it out of the park. So I am voting for this game 100%. This is a great game. Phenomenal stuff. If you haven't played it, go play it. It's so good. Next category. Best mobile game. I don't play mobile games. Am I still going to vote for a mobile game? Yeah. Why not? Why not? I mean, this one's gonna win, right? This game has been all over the place. All the cosplayers are doing it. It's probably gonna win. But just to be different, I'm gonna vote for Sonic Rumble. Why not? You know, why not? Who cares? You know, I can do whatever I want. These are my picks. Best VR AR. Again, I don't play VR. Am I still gonna pick one of these? Of course I am. And I'm gonna pick this one, Arcane Age. Don't know anything about it, but this creature here looks very cool, so I'm gonna pick this. Look at that. Creature monster thing. That's a cool looking dude. You know, that's a cool looking dude. Next category. Best action game. This is where I'll finally give some love to Hades 2. Hades is a great game. I only recently started playing the Hades series like at the end of last year. And then Hades 2 came out, and waited for that to go on sale. Bought it, and I've had some fun with it. I haven't played it like too much. I've been still trying to finish the first Hades. I've still got quite a few achievements in there that I need to pick up before I can like fully dive into Hades 2. But Hades 2 is very, very fun. So this is where I will finally give it some love. Next category, best action and adventure. Death Stranding 2. I think my bias is starting to show a little bit with my preferences here, but yeah, Death Stranding 2, I would say best action adventure game this year. Next category, best RPG. Well, I've only played one of these games, so I'm going to vote for the one that I've played, which is Clair Obscura. Honestly, it's a really good game. Like, I feel like I may have downplayed it a little bit, voting for some of these other games that are showing up, but it's like, I don't want one game, you know, to just sweep the awards. I know some people like that, but I'm not. You know, I want to give recognition to some of these other games as well, but for sure, I think this should win Best RPG, and it's probably going to, all things considered. So, Best RPG is Clair Obscura. Best fighting. I don't play fighting games, like, at all. I've said this before. The only fighting game I have ever played is Injustice 2. So, completely out of my depth here with this one, just as I was last year. So I'm just gonna vote for what I think is, like, I don't know, funny, I guess. I'm gonna vote for 2KO by Riot. And I'm not the biggest Riot fan or anything, don't get me wrong, but, you know, why not? Just, why not? You know? Best family game. Well, I can already tell you, I didn't even know these two were things that came out this year. I didn't know there were two LEGO games that came out this year, but I think this one is another one that's like pretty obvious which one's gonna win, and I'm also going to vote for it. That is Donkey Kong Bonanza. This is another game that came out much earlier in the cycle this year, like I think April or something, April, May, somewhere around there. But it was a very good game, very, very good. Best sim or strategy game. Well, I know which one it's not, and that's Civ 7. So we can write this one right off. The only other one that even seen is Jurassic World 3, and I don't know that I'd want that one to win either. I mean, it's definitely better than Civ 7, like, don't get me wrong. I think I'm gonna vote for 2 Point Museum, just because I don't know the other three over here. I mean, I don't know the 2 Point games very well either, but I just don't want these two to win, so we're nullifying some votes here, as they say. Best sports and racing game. It's neither of these, so we've got one of these three over here, because it will never be an EA game. I'm glad that 2K and Madden are not on this list. That brings me joy. I'm gonna say, honestly, give me Sonic Racing, why not? Next category, best multiplayer. For me personally, it's Elden Ring, Night Rain, but that I think I have a lot of bias there with just, I love Elden Ring. I mean, my God, I love that game. I should not have waited as long as I did to play Elden Ring. The biggest mistake I ever made in gaming. I should have played that day one. But I mean, I love the Elden Ring universe. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm not an FPS player, so it would never be Battlefield 6 for me. And I don't like extraction shooters, so it's not going to be Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is probably going to be the one that wins this award, and I get that. But for me, and this is probably an unpopular opinion if you're gonna ask anybody about their votes, this is probably a very unpopular thing, but for me it's Elden Ring, Night Rain. Love Elden Ring. Love Night Rain. Good stuff. Best adaptation. Well, the best adaptation is not actually on this list. The best adaptation this year was the Sonic 3 movie, for sure. So, without that, I think it's The Last of Us Season 2. I mean, I haven't watched Splinter Cell, I haven't watched Devil May Cry. I've heard there's a lot of things wrong with the Devil May Cry series. I unfortunately watched the Minecraft movie. That's like an hour and 40 minutes that I'm never getting back. And I haven't watched Until Dawn. So I think I'm going to vote for The Last of Us Season 2. And I have a lot of problems with, the second Last of Us. But coming from my history in theater and acting, there's a lot, and I mean just a lot of great acting in The Last of Us. There really is. Like, if you want to get into acting and you want to study like specific performances, there are so many that you can go and watch from The Last of Us series that you will just, it's so good. So I think best adaptation goes to The Last of Us Season 2. Most anticipated game. Now, obviously, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win this, like, by a lot, I think. For me, though, my most anticipated game is actually the Wolverine game. Wolverine's one of my favorite superheroes ever. I grew up on Wolverine, the original Marvel Big Three, before Iron Man came out, before they started doing the MCU stuff. The original Marvel Big Three was Hulk, Wolverine, and Spider-Man, and I was a huge Wolverine fan. I loved Wolverine. So, for me, easily my most anticipated game is Marvel's Wolverine. Even though I know it's not going to win this award, I just, this is for me. This is entirely personal. Next category, Content Creator of the Year. This one's also easy for me. This one's for shout out Moist Critical. Entirely because of the five that are here. Moist Critical is the only one that I actually watch. I don't watch Kai Cenat. I don't watch like any VTubers. I have seen some clips of this guy though. He's very funny. Some very, very funny clips of the Burnt Peanut. And I don't know who Cadrill is. But yeah, I watch Moist Critical. I'm gonna pick Moist Critical. I have no idea who's gonna win this one. I would love to see Moist Critical win, but we'll have to wait and see. So, shout out to Charlie. You got my vote, pal. Next category, best esports game. I mean, again, if you've watched my last few years of this, you know exactly what I'm picking here, right? Like, it's Dota 2. It will always be Dota 2. None of these other games come anywhere close to the production value, to the storylines, to the actual games themselves than Dota 2. Dota 2 is the perfect esports game. Everybody else in this list, they're just pretenders. They can't come anywhere close to Dota 2. Dota 2 best esports game. I don't think it's won this award in years. But, you know, it's the truth. It's the best esports game. Best esports athlete. Is Faker on the list? Nope. I have no idea who any of these other guys are. Like, at all. So, I'm just gonna pick, like, the closest facsimile to Dota, and that's this Chovy guy from League of Legends. Don't know anything about him. Don't know what team he plays for. None of that, but I know even less about Valorant, Street Fighter, and Counter-Strike, so congratulations, Chovy. You've got my vote for best esports athlete. You know, best of luck to you at the Game Awards. Best esports team. I don't know why Falcons is on here, honestly. Like, Falcons didn't even win TI. At least I don't think they did they? Yeah, they must have. I thought it was, that other team. I know it went to 5 games, but, it was very late for me. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't actually see, who won Game 5. But, yeah, they're holding up the Aegis. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I thought it was the other green team that went to, TI. But I can't even think of their name right now, so Team Falcons. Best esports team. Let's do it. That's actually gonna really bug me, though, because I know there was another... Was it Tidebound that had... I know there was another team at TI that had a green logo that I confused for Falcons and ruined my bracket with. But I can't think of who it was now, so... Anyway, player's choice is not open yet. I didn't even know they were doing this year, so I might have to come back for the player's choice round. So that is something to look forward to. But let's go back and finish Game of the Year. Now, I mentioned before, I think like the runaway favorite to win this award is Claire Obscura Expedition 33. And, you know, they deserve all the praise that they're getting. It is truly, truly a great game. Don't get me wrong. But, me personally, seeing as this is my vote, and that's all that matters, I am going to vote for Death Stranding 2. I think, again, I said before, Death Stranding is a criminally underrated series, criminally underrated game. I love this game, and I think it got a little bit overshadowed, but this has been truly a phenomenal year for gaming, and I hope next year is just as good. I don't know. We've had a couple of years in a row now where it's just been dud and another dud and another dud. So I hope this is more indicative of what the future is going to look like, where people just give a shit about making good games again. Because it feels like we haven't had that for a while now. It feels like everything that's coming out is just to pump money, to boost stocks, and just I don't know. I've had a lot of thoughts about it, but this has been such a good year for gaming. There's a lot of great games that came out that aren't even on this list. So, yeah. I mean, just there's a lot out there right now to go and be playing. So anyone that tells you there's no games, don't listen to those people. Those people are idiots. This was a great year. Again, hoping that next year is just as good. And I think that's all I have to say for now. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope to speak with you again soon.